Okay, we are back, guys. Hopefully, the internet gods are kind to me because I'm seeing a 5K upload. Yeah, I mean 6K upload. I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and I have to go through this whole circus. But hopefully, everyone who has been on board before jumps back on board now, and I'll just continue to make those changes. Oh God. All right. No, not on the gamepad. Hopefully, on the keyboard. There we go. And yeah, this will allow you to map for both console and for PC. But obviously, we're going for PC. But you can also see that there's other things like Oculus, which is VR stuff. And yeah, that's also very exciting. Or touch, I would assume that's for phone. And yeah, oh, you can have up to 10 touches. I didn't know about that. But yeah, as I might be looking into making a phone game at some point, that would be really exciting. So for this, we want a gamepad left, and gamepad left thumbstick that's left for this case. And then we're just going to be mapping those as before. It's really unfortunate because each time I put an S, it kind of scans everything that's an S. Anyway, back to it, and yeah, it's funny the things you learn that are engine specific when you go through Unreal. That's what a lot of what I'm learning now, and I should be back right now. Gotta love that Aussie internet. Cool. Yeah, gotta love that Aussie internet where I don't know when things are gonna be going badly, but that's all right. It's where I'm at right now in terms of YouTube reliability and internet reliability. So that is left thumbstick down, and we've got the last one, which is the D key. Hope all these letters just happen to be like the most prevalent letters in the English language. So everything. Oh no, I'm not getting any no data. Oh no, I'm getting data. Yeah, it's just it's a little bit weird because I've scheduled this stream through Streamlabs, not through YouTube, so it's probably just having a bit of a rough time. So last one is the right, so we want thumbstick right. So yeah, and this way, because it's referred to as a gamepad rather than a specific controller, this will go anywhere. So, gameplay tags, category remapping. So category remapping would be in the event that you have a horse, for example, and so you would need to array elements. So that would be in the case of like if you have a horse that you need to worry about, or if you have based on the tool that you're using, but we don't have to worry about it in this game. I'm just going to keep going here. So we've got up, shoot, yeah, and these are all the actions that we have, and let's make those changes in the thing. So we've got this, and see that's already a lot cleaner and a lot shorter, so we can actually pull this entire thing back. Ooh, look at that. And this is going to look a lot cleaner as well. So this is A, so this is left. Right click and A. Right click and left. We've just got to find the, oh right, hold on, the input. Oh, this is a little bit more complicated. I wasn't expecting that. All right, so oh look, there's also add controller pitch. So I'm assuming that would be for something like a Wii remote. All right, there we go. Input left. So input action left. We can then start to add that same. Well, not the same thing, but we can input action. All right, I see where it's going. I'm gonna have to actually go in and do it one at a time. So input. Oh, so it'll be at the top every single time, but because of the way that it searches, it'll actually go through and try to help you and highlight it for you, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's doing a good job. All right, so that's the S, so that's down here. And so down, hopefully, there we go, action events down. And already we've not only made our code a lot cleaner, but we can actually make those changes in a much cleaner way by just, adding stuff. All right, so up should just get, there we go, action events up. And let's just test that out. And I fixed the collision on either side, so that's been a lot of fun. Just making it from scratch has helped pretty much. And for those who are keeping up with my fish adventures, Sherlock is settling in nicely. He's finally started to pay attention to me now that he's explored his environment. He's actually looking at me right now. It's really cute. All right, let's see. Yep. So although I took out the hard code, it's still moving as if I had not changed anything. So that's fantastic. So I'm just going to close that. Yeah, so now that you guys know where to put that and where to add those actions and where to change them if needed. But yeah, that's fantastic. All right, I don't know what else I wanted to achieve this time. So I'm just going to, I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys this particular thing. Let's see what else needs to be done. I'm pretty sure I've done everything that I needed to do for in regards to changing the key mapping. This took a lot less time than I predicted. So I've got this. I should probably test this out. All right, I'm gonna add a few more buttons. This is looking a little bit empty. So let's just pop on over. And hopefully this is just, oh no, okay, so I've got to duplicate it. So copy and pasting is actually kind of risky because then it kind of creates another version of that text. So let's look at the difference between 412 and 560. All right. First of all, I'm just going to pull out my calculator because mental maths is not my thing. So 560 minus 412, 148, plus 560. Look at it, it's just doing all the things, everything for me. All right, so 708. So when I go down here, I can just, wait, where is it? Oh, there we go. So that's popped up there because that's created a new object, and by default all the objects will start up here, but this is not the way it goes. All right, so from the middle anchor, oh wait, hold on, I'm got the thing on the wrong thing. From the middle anchor, what is going on here? Canvas panel. Right, so I'm going to anchor that to the middle. So the reason that I've got this canvas panel here is that if I need to move this at all, it'll move all the units inside it, but it has caused this really weird issue where it's kind of it's measuring from there, so that's why these are funky. All right, so that means I want to put this one as 600 and this one as 708, and that doesn't look quite right, does it? Even though, oh right, and the reason for that is because I've moved the anchor from the top left. All right, so 600 by 708. There we go, and yeah, I can probably make that more, or I don't know. That's the thing, isn't it? Like if I don't know what will fit into that, so let's try that. Oh, that still fits in there. It's just kind of awkward. And then I can add, 15, 20 in, as it were. So let's jump in and start, making those changes. And then as I finish off the artwork for the Steam assets, and that's what I wanted to do. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing in terms of getting this game released is finishing off all of the documentation and all the documentation and art assets, and creating a new background for the thing. And actually, that's a really good thing to figure out. So I'm going to pop on over, and we are going to go have a look at the movie player. Doesn't need to be there, but we are going to have a look at the script for this. Alright, so I'm going to be selecting the pawn blue script, the blueprint. And by the looks of it, it actually doesn't have anything to it. So begin play is fine. I'm actually going to be changing something here. So in the... Yeah, you know what? I'm actually fine with that being there. So I'm going to be renaming this to the BG blueprint. And what I want to be... Actually, just background will be fine. Until I find a better naming convention, this is where we're at. What was I going to say? So I'm actually going to be adding a new variable here. And it's going to be an integer. And BG type. And so what this is going to do is, upon input, it's actually going to fade into the other backgrounds. So right now I only have one, but I can at least do the thing. All right, yeah. Another thing that I learned recently is so you know how I've got like these cast to everywhere? Turns out I can actually make a... I'll look into this some more, but I can actually make those into... functions. So functions are things that are pieces of program that collect data, and then you can use it later on in the thing, in the game. So yeah. I won't worry about this because we kind of have a thing going on, but I am going to kind of make a new custom event here. And so change background, and then from there it's going to be using that casting method in order to determine the type of background that's going to be used. So change background, and so we're going to so currently it's being operating on a flipbook. So I don't know if you guys remember way back when, but the flipbook is when you flip through the pages and it creates a story. But in this case, I think it's just an image. Let me just pop on over. Yeah, so right now it's a flipbook, and that's what's being used. But I can easily change that. So what have we got? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Background, popping back over to the event graph, and what we're going to do is cast to ship game mode, and grabbing this, and then as the ship game mode we are going to be getting the background type. No, not quite. BG, yeah, get BG type, and then using that we can select the I think if it's 1 I can do that, and then that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to be using a switch, and so a switch is a form of flow control that will, take that, and then we can change the flipbook. There we go. We can set the flipbook, and then we can grab that, and we can select a new asset, and then we can change that as we go. I'm kind of inclined to put that on event tick, and so that way it'll be changing it live. But I don't know if I want to do that, because then it'll kind of be like an instant change rather than a kind of change over. But we'll find out how to do all that stuff as well. Because if I go in there and maybe flip book, and yeah, so that would mean that I've got many different flip books ready to go. Yeah, it's an interesting situation because I kind of want to. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I just don't know how to do it yet. But you know, we'll find out. Um, and there's also a bunch of things that I can do here on component deactivated. Yeah. So, but for now, we're just going to add the groundwork in order to change it. And in that case, I think this is a good time to jump in and actually start making that little ice cream thing that I was talking about. So instead of cherries, it's gonna be a good yield ice cream. So let's just pop on over. Oh, will it help? Oh no, that's not what we want. Sorry, this is it's not recognizing the sizing of everything properly. There we go. Oh god. All right, so it's just jumped to the other screen. We've got it. It's okay. There we go. You guys are gonna have to live with that. Yeah. So in that case, I'm going to be creating a new thing here. 1024 by. Well, actually, the way I made it, I'm actually instead of that, I'm going to open an image. Hopefully, it won't open like right here. There we go. I'm going to be using the background that I have now. Pretty sure I'm using this one or this one, and I'm going to be using it as a reference image. Yep, cool. So that should work, and then I'll just select a random piece that is obviously actually, well, more so than that, I'm actually going to create that layer and start working from that layer. Oh god, wrong one. Sorry guys. Hopefully, like yeah, I've got a special kind of software to keep like to separate my windows because with an ultra wide it just doesn't work quite well. But that's fine. All right. So first of all, I'll do the hash afterwards. But first of all, I'm going to be creating the little ice cream bits here. So, for example, we want these to be kind of like a whitish creamish color, and then we'll oh god. Okay. So resize project I think is necessary. So that's 8, and then we'll go in and so under effects, we can resize the project and dividing 1024 by 8 divided by 8. So that's 128. That's a lot more workable. So 128 by 128. There we go. Yes. Alright, so when I go in, yep, that's much better. Alright, so let's start with our lovely circle, and I'm just going to create like three little like ice cream bubbles. You guys, you know what I mean. Not ice cream bubbles per se, but like maybe move that one in a little bit closer. There we go. And then create a third layer, and then I can just move them around as I need. So last one is going to be here. It looks like it's 7 by 7. Is it 7 by 7? It is indeed. There we go. And I can fill those in and start, you know, making the most of it. Alright, so fill it in, and fill it in. And now I'm going to be inclined to kind of carve out the ice cream shape. And I'm going to be doing a blue background because blue and cold and things. Alright, let's just delete the other two for now. So my instant inclination is to kind of add few little speckles. So, oh god. So add those few little speckles up the top. It's a little bit awkward. Because Ice cream kind of just has a texture, you know? So I'm going to be creating that texture. I don't know if that works. I think the other part of the texture, oh god, the other part of the texture as well is the fact that it kind of has a circular feel to it. This is learning new skills on the fly. So I don't know. Let's have a look at some pixel art ice cream and make a better decision on how this is gonna go down. Because bearing in mind we are working with a 16 by 16 palette. Whoop. Pixel art ice cream. So yeah, generally speaking, the way that I'm going about it isn't particularly bad, but yeah, I think I'm trying to get too much texture into a smaller space. And we can just, the other part of it is I'm going to remove this because that's too hard of a color. So I'm actually going to make that, oh god, make that into a new layer. So, because then we can kind of create that kind of creamy color that I'm thinking of. So let's use the yellow. I know it's ugly now. It'll make sense in a second when I fix it up. Yep. Alright, that kind of works. And then I'm going to be taking that, oh, no, we're going to be taking that down. There we go. So it's got more of a cream color to it. You've got a little bit of texture. When I zoom out, that still looks kind of the same. And then I can clone this layer and apply it to the other ones. So that's what I'm going to do. Clone layer, and then we're going to move both of these down. So I'm going to move that one down further, and then I'm going to move this one down, not as far. Alright, so turning these two off. And the important part is to keep them on top. Oh, no, wrong layer. The important part is to keep them on top as to, you know, not have the white on top of the other stuff. And then from there I can actually add the different changes. For example, the blue for maybe like a blueberry, and then the pink for strawberry, you know, that kind of jam. And then moving that here. There we go. Does that look like ice cream? I'm not quite sure. And I want to be moving this one up by 2 layers because I feel like it's kind of getting a little bit stomped on there. Stomp. Alright. Yeah, so exactly what I talked about happened, where because I carried the other stuff up first. And I found out something else I need to create is the shadows and the lightness, so we don't just have this one flat image with the texture to it. So that's what I'm actually going to be doing now. Sorry about that clap. That good old clap. Alright, so let's just remove these. And so we want to be creating a lightness at the top. I mean, that looks vanilla-ish. But I'm gonna start working on the shadows instead. So, whoop, that's not where we want to go. We want to be adding a new layer. So a new layer, popping that in there. And I think this is, does anything pop up over that? Yep. Alright, so in that case, I'm just gonna go over, gonna go over and start carving that out there. So when I take this down to my usual 15, what? Alright. Alright, so I accidentally made a new layer in there somewhere. That's alright. So that's one of the easy ones to fix, so I'm just going to delete this layer and going to carve that out in here. So that when I bring this one in, oh my god, okay. So I realized what I just did. I deleted like the actual shape of the ice cream underneath. So I mean, that's an easy fix. I just need to kind of make that same thing that I did before. Oh lordy, gotta remember I've got the right thing selected. So that's 7 by 7. We'll fill this in. Fantastic. And what have we got? In that case, I kind of want to add a little bit more texture to that. So gotta make sure I've got the right layer selected. Oh right, so that's underneath the other ice cream. So I'm going to put that there, and then when we go over and make the changes here, where that's good on top, and then that's going. Oh lordy. All these layers. Ogres have layers. Alright, so it looks like this is the change that we want to be making here. Except maybe not there. There we go. So, and that will be the one that's underneath the third ice cream bit. And then let's just, there we go. So there's kind of the issue of multiple layering where we've got all this going on. And there we go. We'll turn, oh no. Alright, so we'll remove that. Turn it back on. And then we'll go back over here. And there we go. And then when I turn that down to 15, that should fix the thing. And yeah, I've got to find a way to kind of lighten up the other side. Unfortunately, like white won't do much at this rate, so when I change these to the pink or the blue, that will hopefully fix the issue. But yeah, just painting that over in white hasn't done much at the moment, but that's okay. And then we want to be creating that same kind of thing here, and adding the white on top to kind of carve it out. Take that down to 15, and already we've got some illusion of depth here. When I zoom out, that looks like 3 balls of something. No thank you. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the different colors. I might actually go for a brown for, you know, chalk Napolitan or whatever the color is. There we go. Oh, that's cute. And then we're going to go over, oh no, wrong one. There we go. That looks like ice cream. I'm happy with that. And what else I'm going to do, I'm actually going to move this all the way down and fill that in with this light blue. I don't know why it's I don't know what I've moved. Is this all right, let's just move that back up and see what changes. Oh, that's the shading in order to create that depth. So I'm just going to go through and see what this is all about. I think this is the layer that I made and that just forgot what it was. Alright, so let's move that down, and then that's gonna make this kind of, it's gonna be ugly for now, but it's all good, we'll figure it out. And yeah, I'm just going to go in and do the usual hash that I do, because I don't know, blue just makes me think of cold things. Oh, that's so much nicer. It's like that really nice cerulean. And now what I'm going to do is the hash. I don't know if I still have that on this PC. Do I still have the user brushes? Alright, so I don't. I have to remake it. But yeah, the hash is... You guys will see what I mean in a second. Let me just... Oh, Lord. No, thank you. I'm just going to create a kind of like a cross pattern to create that breakup in style that you are probably used to seeing in my work. And I'm just going to make this 6 units. There we go. And we're just going to do a lot of copy pasting for a second. Woo! Then we're going to select and repaste. Yeah, that's probably one of the not as exciting parts of making making art, just creating those details that just take a while. But you guys will see what I mean when this is done, or the people who who are used to seeing this are probably like, yep, she's doing that thing again. And it looks really cool afterwards. Cool. So now that that first line is done, I'm going to start doing it the same thing, but down the other way. And then I'm going to select all this. And yeah, in that case, we've got like an exponential workload reduction. Oh, yeah. An exponential workload reduction. Which is fancy math talk for it gets easier the more times you do it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Because it's like that thing with the doubling. And then, you know, every time you double it and double it and double it. And then I'll just use that bottom image as a reference image as to where to put things. And then we'll take this all the way down to 5% because we need it to be. Oh no. Oh no. I spent all that time pasting. Oh wait, but what we can do is I can actually, let's turn this all the way up. Let's select everything. So this is me doing things on the wrong layer again because I'm really excited. But what we're going to do is, actually no, this is fine. This is fine because this thing has a, so this little key here will fix all of this. Bam. So now, or actually, alright, so I don't think I have a means of selecting everything of a particular color, hopefully. Alright, so that doesn't seem to be the thing. Tolerance, magic wand. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately I cannot do the thing that I was hoping to do. Alright. So hopefully when I paste, righto. I can't select everything that's blue and just delete it, so we're going to do that from. Oh hey, it has a tile mode. That's nice. So I'm actually going to have to delete this entire layer and start from scratch. All right, so we decided on this nice blue, and then we're going to make a new layer before I lose my mind, and I'm going to do that thing again, and we're just going to build it up. But yeah, like this is I frustrate myself sometimes. And the reason why I go for the 6x6 every time I do this is just so that I can line things up properly, and instead of like it, there we go. So as you can see, I can kind of just line that up and keep it going. I don't know why I find it oh wait, it's because I've got more screen room if I do it, you know, sideways first, and then I can move it down. Let's select all of, zoom out, select all of this. I think it's about halfway. No, 72 is not halfway. It's not half of a 100 and, oh no, it's more than halfway. It's 128. I was thinking it was 182 for some reason, even though that, is that divisible by 4? If anyone has, oh hey, lots of love from Texas. Lovely to see you, Adam. Oh my god. I did. I used to have it as a brush, but then I, for some reason, had to redo the software. So I've lost it, but I should definitely remake it, and I might actually show you guys how to make it in this session because it's useful. But yes, Adam here is the design pro who's on my ass about my not great practices sometimes because I'm new to this. But yeah, I really appreciate his feedback. He's an awesome guy. Lots of love for this, lots of love for him. All right, let's just knit. There it is. All right, so when I take this down to like 5%, there it is. So it's already kind of broken up that shape. So what I kind of want to be doing is I want to be, I don't think there's any other changes that I want to make to this. Actually, I do want to be changing this down to like a 10 because it's a little bit obnoxious. Yep. And And then the last one, which is here, is going to be no. Like I no, it's good. I really appreciate that you have all this useful input. So yeah, thank you. So yeah, that looks like a cute little Neapolitan near Palapolitan near Napoleon Napoleon ice cream. Yeah, so we've got this cute little ice cream that is way too complicated for what it is. And what I'm actually inclined to do is first I'm going to save this and ice cream test. And I'm going to be, yep, why not? I'll save that in there. And yeah, I'm going to be deleting pretty much everything else but this little ice cream. And we're going to scale. We're going to select the. Yeah, okay. We're going to select this ice cream, which let's just. Oh, I can't zoom in any further. Alright, or I can. It's being inconsistent. I don't like this. Alright, so we've got this, and we're actually going to. I don't know what this means. Okay. Okay, so that was a paste in that area. So now that we know that's 11 by 11. Neapolitan, that's the one. You got me. Alright, so 11 by 11. This thing is more or less in the center, hopefully. And we're actually going to resize the canvas. I'm going to make it 24 by 24, so I've got a better idea of where everything is. 24 by 24. Going to resize it. Yep, that's fine. And then we are going to. My instinct is to. No thanks. My instinct is to move everything into this corner, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. But I think that was an empty layer, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but like by the same token, it will make sure that I don't accidentally delete work for no reason. Is it? Okay. So, oh no, I've accidentally launched GIMP. I apologize in advance. Okay, so for some reason I've got a bunch of empty layers that you guys will have to live with. Where's my... Oh, there it is. There's the yellow. There we go. There's the yellow from the ice cream, which I've completely lost track of. Is it... Does it go there? Wait, I think it goes like that. Oh wait, no, one more over. One more to the right. There we go. That looks like the ice cream that I made. Yep, and then we're just going to continue moving these. And continue moving these as I had them before. Oh wait, hold on. It's one. Like that's a really confusing thing here. Like I don't understand. There we go. And then we can start to move that there. I mean, this is some good. This is some good ice cream. I wanna take a bite out of that. And that should pop in there. There we go. So, I'm off by a little bit. I don't know how, but you know that's okay. And what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna make it 12 by 12. So we're gonna resize this. Oh, no. Gonna oh my god, crap. Alright. All that time only to find out I'm being an idiot. Alright, so. So is it just I'm just gonna Z back through everything. Z. Alright. There we go. Alright, so that's what we're missing. There we go. I actually found out that I can just make this a thing. So 11 by 11, effects, and crop. Yes. So there we go. We have our ice cream. So I'm just going to call this ice cream blob. And so then I can just save this as an image that I can just bring in and then edit as I need. I'm not sure why I'm calling it a blob, but hey, that's where we're at right now. Yes. Alright, so now that that's been done, I'm actually going to delete all these layers. I know, which is terrifying. So we're going to, yeah, just continue. Oh, cool. I don't have to. And then we're going to change the resizing now that we've created that ice cream and like the way it looks. Or at least I like the way it looks. I don't know about you guys. So, yep, that's been done. And then we want to be resizing this canvas back to 128. Resize, yes. And get that nice blue. And we still have this hash that we could kind of expand upon, so let's just grab that. But yeah, as you guys can see here, in fact I might even make this less than 5. Make this like a 3. But already it kind of stands out because it breaks up the monotony of the background. Which is always lots of fun. Like, it's just, I don't like looking at the flat background forever. It's not my idea of a good time. There we go. And, oh lord, what have I done? What have I done? Alright, popping over, and yeah. Just creating this again. I mean, like, it gets a little bit monotonous, so I kind of like to fill you guys in with, you know, what else is going on. Yep. And then we can start making it go this way. Like, my instinct is like to fill in this bottom section, but nah, it's alright. There we go. Because it's kind of like, why would you do the same thing 30 times when you have the tools to make it a lot easier? Which I'm sure is Adam's all over in terms of making things more efficient. I can't see what's going on. Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a zoomie. Alright, line that up, Beautiful. So because that was approximately halfway, I should just be able to copy paste and carry that up. Line it up. And we are done and dusted on the top side. Alright, so now that that's been done, I'm actually going to have a look at opening as layer. No? Okay, there we go. Add image. Open from photos. There we go. And then from there we've got that ice cream blob, which I have named properly enough to remember what it means. There we go. And we're going to open that up. So there we go. It was a roundabout way to create the ice cream, but oh no. Alright, so I'm going to go in and delete all of this extra detail that got carried across. There we go. Delete all of the I think I accidentally merged the doesn't really matter. There we go. So that's sitting in there nicely, and oh lord. Alright. Then we're also going to have to import the image of the background so that we can line up our cherries properly. So that's what I'm going to do now. We're going to add the image, open from photos. So that's how you access your hard drive for all of this stuff. Because if you open it from storage, it takes you to like a dedicated storage area, which is not ideal. At least for me, just because I like to know where all of my stuff is. So let's pop that. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Um, that's why I had this open. Yeah, we'll update it later. All right, let's just open up the thing. All right, so let's go over to Pixelicious and get the Cherry V2. I mean, the spacing is the same, so it shouldn't really matter. It's the wrong way around. There we go. Cherry V2 is here, and then I'm just going to reduce the size by 10. Oh wait, so reduce the size to 128. So image, scale image to 128. Scale, and then we have the same thing as we had before, but I'm going to export it as Cherry Small. But what an adventure I'm having today in terms of creating a new background, and just so I can have more screenshots. But it'll kind of give the player a sense of development in the form of a thing. So let's try to add that image again. But no, Adam is a lovely guy and he's always there to chat. So that's, I love when you guys interact, just because it's a little bit lonely to just talk at people. There we go. So that should work a lot nicer, and that it does. Alright, so already I can see that my ice cream is a little bit off, and I'm going to not only move this up so it's on top of everything, but take it down to like 50%, or maybe even 20, because we just need to use this as a, okay, 50%, because we just need to use this as a reference of where to place the little ice cream bits. Alright, so I mean, this can be a, alright, yeah, because this stuff is on top of it. Alright, so that works out. And then what I'm going to do is select copy and paste, and I'm going to be putting it in approximately the same location every time. There we go. By the looks of it, that lines up there. Yes. And yeah, that's not so hard once I have everything set up. And then I've even got like a reference point, like the middle of the ice cream is the cherry bit at the top is where I hang my cherry, so to say. Which just feels like a weird sex thing. For that I apologize. There will be no cherry popping here. Alright, so that lines up like so. Yep. And that's going to be further along. Wait. This is hard. Alright, so instead I will start to use the right cherry as a point of lining things up. I think it's there. No, alright, that's alright. We can just move this off to the right once more. That looks about right. Yeah, that lines up in terms of visual. Yep, and then that's where it's going to get really hard up here. Alright, so right cherry lines up with that. That should do it. Not at all. There we go. That looks about right, right? No, thank you. This is hard. Alright, so that should be fine there. If anyone has any ideas on how to do this better, fire away, because I'm obviously kind of losing my mind a little bit. Or I could just kind of select an area here. And 66 by 66. Alright, so hopefully I should just be able to... Oh lord. I should just be able to line it up with the other. There we go. That's a lot more efficient. And I don't have to guess. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, so I'm having some connection issues again, which is obviously super fun for me. I apologize in advance if there's a lapse in stream about there. Wait for it. Oh no. Okay, so by the looks of it, like the network is just not cooperating with me right now. Yeah, for hopefully it will come back in time for the thing, but you know, oh lord. I accidentally pasted the code from like the image editor into the chat. It was a moment. All right, so I got this here. This is actually a really efficient way of doing things. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. There we go. Yeah, okay, we're stuck at 2 kilobytes. I think I might cut off the stream here, just because yeah, Australian internet, probably not the not the best thing in the world, but you know, I'm trying to work with it. Right, I just want to finish this off before I end the stream, if it continues to stream. And yeah, we'll just get through it together. Oh, wait, hold up. Alright, so this is kind of the awkward situation where I am going to need to collect more data to fill that in. So what we're going to do is actually select all of these and just line it up, which I'm not sure why I didn't do before. It's a learning experience. Alright, and then we're just going to do this last little bit here. And hopefully when I do the gridding, yep, that should line up just fine. Turn this off. Turn this on. Adorable. I love it personally. It looks like ice cream. And yeah, this will be the new little ice cream bit that we see in our game. Hopefully it won't mesh too badly with the colors that I've got. But yeah, this is the this is where we're gonna be at right now. Alright, so if anything, I kind of want to put a layer of white over it. We'll see how it goes. Aw, thank you. I appreciate the contact. Yeah, hopefully, oh, no, that's a lot. We'll turn this down to like 50, and that should, yeah, that'll line things up a little bit. Cool. If I want to do another like 50% just to, oh, maybe not. There we go. So I'm just going to take this down to like 30, and that'll just lighten up the background a little bit. In fact, I might even go down to 20. There we go. Overall, I am pretty happy with this pattern as a background. I feel like stuff would pop on that, and people can tell it's ice cream. Alright, so I think I'll call it here, because I've had a pretty crazy day with the stream and a pretty crazy week with my uni stuff. But hopefully you learned a few things about action mapping and backgrounds and stuff like that, and we will see how it goes in the next week in regards to the Steam release. Everyone who's jumped on, yeah, thank you,